It is our absolute knowing and our eager anticipation that as a result of the hours that we're going to spend co-creating deliberately together in the wonderful days that are before us, that you are going to find yourself among the rare humans who are able to, without exception, if it is your desire, leave that which humans have formerly known as fear behind. Because while there are and always have been and always will be evidences around you of things unwanted on your planet, as you are a multidimensional group of beings who are in your individualness coming to your own expansion. In other words, there's plenty going on that if or when you turn your attention to it has the potential of taking you from your vortex and emptying you out of the fullness that is that which is you. But when you put together the handful of things that you need to know about the existence of the vortex, and when you resonate in vibrational alignment with that which is the larger part of you, and you resonate there long enough that you really get a bead on what that vibration feels like, and then you apply some of the processes that we will together discover and continue to lay out for one another here together, and then you deliberately use the power of your mind to focus, not because there's anything wrong with not focusing, and not because terrible things will happen to you if you don't, but because you came as masterful creators to watch the power of influence that you have on all things that surround you as a result of finding your perfect alignment and practicing it steadily enough that it becomes who you are. To be in physical form in alignment with the source who dwells within you always, and to apply that focus to your physical time-space reality is to watch things turning in your experience in magnificent ways. And those who are watching you and not understanding what is going on will count you among the lucky ones, will count you among the blessed ones, will count you among the privileged ones who are seeming to offer an idea of what you want, and then right before their eyes they will witness the unfolding as the cooperative universe just knocks itself out to deliver to you the perfect path of unfolding of all things wanted. It is such a wonderful thing to be a deliberate creator in a fast-moving energy time. It is such a wonderful time to be physically focused and in such alignment with the fullness of who you are. And we know, blah, 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 you've been hearing all of this from us for a very long time. But what makes this difference is the fastness of the manifestation and the clarity with which you are going to come to know that you were in the vortex and this manifestation falls on the heels of it. In other words, we want you to be in such close awareness of the vibration of who you really are that there is no mystery in your experience ever again about why things are unfolding in the way they are. And as you gain this control of your relationship with your vortex, as you gain this vibrational control of your relationship with your vortex, with your inner being, with the larger part of who you are, with your connection to that which we are, as you gain control of that connection, you'll gain control of every manifestation. It's so interesting to watch so many of you who have been wanting to be deliberate creators and have been working to exercise control, but not controlling your alignment first. In other words, wanting to control a condition so that a better condition will affect your vortex. Well, this is the flip side of that. This is controlling your connection with your vortex so that the vortex can then affect the manifestation. Esther had a visualization the other day. She was driving and saw one of those big diggers. She doesn't know what it's called, a backhoe maybe, but it had big tracks on it. Not wheels, but tracks, sort of like a tank. And as she was watching this track go around, she thought it mimicked the vortex in a sense. And she got this very clear visual that, so I align with the vortex, and then the vortex reaches into the physical and affects manifestation. and then I align with the vortex, and then the vortex reaches into the physical and affects manifestation. And then I align with the vortex, and the vortex reaches into the physical and affects the manifestation. And then, as I align with the vortex, and the vortex reaches into the physical and affects the manifestation, rounds up all cooperative components, now manifestations, not something that's coming later, not some empire that will be built later, not some house that's under construction that will one day be something that I live in, not some relationship that's on its way to me, not something that is a pinnacle point that someday my prince will come, someday my fortune will come, not something that is out there somewhere, but right now, this red hot minute, manifestations being affected by your alignment with your vortex, and you being in conscious awareness of the manifestation that's being affected by your relationship with your vortex, and then the manifestation now being a reason that's easier to be in concert with your vortex. You see what we're talking about? Vortex first, vortex work first, alignment coming next. Vortex first, which is alignment, manifestation coming next. Vortex work first, and then manifestations, not manifestations that are iffy, not manifestations that, oh, wasn't that a lucky thing? Not manifestations, oh, what a coincidence that was. I was just thinking about that. But conscious awareness of your powerful, controlled effect on manifestation because of your conscious awareness of your relationship with your vortex. We are eager to visit with you, and we look forward to every moment that we'll be together. It is our desire to let you know you've gathered from all over the world. You're here from so many different countries. You come from such places of diversity in terms of desire. We have never seen a more potential for understanding of who you are and why you're here than in this forum that is assembled here in these days that we are together. And it is our absolute knowledge that together we will take thought beyond that which it has been before. Not only taking thought beyond that which it has been before, but taking conscious awareness of alignment and resonance. Conscious awareness of how to be a consistent you, cooperative component to who you really are. And then the thrill that you will have, not only in the days that we are together, but in the days that follow, where you will know unequivocally that you have the power to adjust, to modify, to transcend, to create any manifestation that is pleasing to you. And with that control of alignment, and with that absence of resistance, you will become, it is our expectation, in a very short few days, the deliberate creator that you were born to be. The powerful holder of the knowledge that you do create your own reality, and that you have the ability to be or do or have whatever you choose. And that wherever you stand is the bouncing off place for who you really are and what you really desire. As you become not just forward looking, forward in the sense that manifestation will follow, but present tense looking in the sense that you understand that you are a vibrational match to what's in the vortex, and therefore the vortex must reveal to you the contents of that which you have put there. So when you first enter the vortex, you can't see or hear or smell or taste or touch its contents, not initially, but you can feel them. You can feel the resonance of your entry into the vortex. And as together we practice the milking it, we practice the residing in it, we practice the feeling of it, until you will begin to notice the cooperative components beginning to reveal themselves to you. First in the form of feeling, next in the form of ideas, then in the form of conversations with others. There could not be a better environment for you to rendezvous with the contents of your vortex than an environment like this, where so many of you are gathering and focusing upon the vibrational nature of your being. Now, having said all of that, we want to assure you that there is no homework and that there is nothing that you have to figure out. We just want to leave you with this understanding that what is, in all of its perfection, regardless of what is, it stands in perfection because it is the bouncing off place. And we want you to know that what you have come into these physical bodies to live is the transcendent journey between where you are and what's going on in the vortex. So together, we will be those who bless what is with such knowledge and fervor and understanding that will put you in this place where that track can come back and loop you into the vortex again and again and again. We are eager to begin, although we are not going to tonight. We encourage you to rest well, to play fully, to eat everything you can get your hands on. To decide that you're going to love everyone on this ship because every one of them is lovable. To make your lists of things that you appreciate, but don't work too hard at that because it can backlash and whip you, like the commercial with the taco that whips that poor man in the face. In other words, if you hit too head on a vibration that you're not up to speed with, you'll feel the work of that. We're going to go about this in a different way. Vortex first, manifestation next. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain blissfully and eagerly awaiting you in the vortex.